Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Assassin, and we're back with some more content for you. We are not really back on anything, but there is something I wanted to talk about today. We have a very new, exciting game on the horizon. There's been a teaser, there's been some stuff floating around, some leaks, some rumors, everything in between. I want to talk about it. I want to explain to you everything there is to know about this new project, and just kind of immerse myself in it because I'm a little hyped about it. Before we go any further, I want to show you the teaser trailer thing, and then we'll continue talking about everything else that's going on with this new game. All right, game is in development, content subject to change. This is not real gameplay. I love the colors. The colors are spectacular, man. Oh, somebody's running. Gunshots. Oh, robotic leg. Oh, looks like a bit of blood there, but it's blue. Oh yeah, somebody got shot. Player down. Oh. Glitching out. Nice little submachine gun down there. The atmosphere looks really good. Oh, cat. Animal. It's pink. It's a pink cat. Whoa. There's a light to the sky. Oh, it's checking on its human robot friend. Marathon gameplay reveal. April 12th, 2025. 10 a.m. Well, that was the new gameplay teaser snippet thing, the save the date trailer for Bungie's newest game, newest project, Marathon. It's been about a year since we've seen the reveal of Marathon. There was also a CGI trailer thing for it that released. It's playing right now. You guys can see it and what's going on with it. This new project isn't exactly a brand new IP, but the way they're taking it, the direction is different. Marathon is a really old game from back in the day. I don't have really too much knowledge on it. I just know that it's an existing IP, that it's actually got quite a little fandom around it. It seems really cool. So the Marathon is actually like a ship, and there's a ton of lore. It's really deep lore. If you know anything about Bungie, their lore is huge. I mean, they are the makers of Halo and of course Destiny, and it's actually pretty funny. So me being a player who was into Destiny quite a bit, I played it a lot. It's actually what got the channel going, like yet again, for like YouTube content and live streaming. I don't do that anymore because for a multitude of reasons, but basically I'm a big PvP guy, and the PvP side of things over there isn't exactly my cup of tea. So Marathon is very exciting to me if some things are changed, but something that I thought was interesting is, so the way we got this trailer, this ARG, if you're not familiar with the term ARG, it's an alternate reality game. That means that there's an interactive story that people work together, they solve puzzles and progress the story. Yes, I'm reading that off of Google, but basically they put clues together. Mr. Raffle Waffles and a ton of other people have been decoding ciphers and charting planetary maps and stuff like that. I couldn't, that's not me, but they did it. So we got this little teaser thing. It gives us the date for this brand new gameplay reveal showcase trailer thing, and I'm really excited about it. But there's been tons of rumored things, as well as stuff that's talked about on Twitter, people that have actually played the game. It's being play tested at the moment, and I want to kind of go over some of these details and stuff that's going on with Marathon. Before we go any deeper into Marathon and talk about details, we need to really know what Marathon is. Marathon is a new take on this older IP. It's going to be an extraction shooter, sci-fi genre. It's got a lot of deep lore, and we'll be able to go into more details about what it really is, but it's an extraction shooter made by Bungies, so that is very promising and exciting. Tom Henderson, insider of gaming, he gets a lot of scoops, and he's usually quite right about things, had released some information about it. I'm sure he's had some hands-on time with it, and or he's spoken to people that have had, time with it, and maybe even the developers. He runs Insider Gaming. We've talked about him on the channel here before. He got a big scoop in 2013, June something, and the report is still pretty accurate today, so some of the information in there I'm definitely going to be looking at and talking to you guys about. But what he said, what was interesting to me is that what we saw there in that little teaser is a look at one of 3 maps that the extraction shooter is going to have in it. Marathon's going to have 3 maps. Not only is Marathon going to be an extraction shooter, it's going to be a team-based extraction shooter with abilities seemingly taking these cybernetics from these runners, which is going to be the people that we're playing. You'll be able to pick from different runners and then kit them out with everything that you want, make them your own unique play style, and I think that's kind of cool. It could be kind of annoying choosing between different runners, but it's a different take on this genre, and if anyone can do it, it's probably Bungie. You can definitely read the entire article yourself, but I'm going to try to go over all of the information that's in here. Marathon is a third-person extraction shooter with features you might find similar to games you play like Tarkov. However, if you're not a fan of playing as a team, it's understood that you can jump into a server as a duo or solo if you wish, but you'll still face the bigger teams. Extracting without your team is also seemingly a feature. I think that's pretty cool. I play solo usually, so I would prefer to do that, but I'm also going to be at a disadvantage, so that kind of sucks. One of the biggest and potentially controversial features within the game is an oxygen system. All players have a limited oxygen supply that essentially acts like the match countdown timer. Once the player loses oxygen, you begin to lose health. Extracting before you run out of oxygen and health is the goal, but players can also find O2 canisters in the match and subsequently buy them at an expensive price on the market before heading into battle. The oxygen systems also ties into somewhat into the injury system of Marathon, with certain injuries causing the player to suffer different effects. Example, for being shot in the waist area may cause damage to your oxygen supply, which will cause it to deplete more rapidly. Another example given with being concussed, which would cause the player's screen to blur periodically. If your oxygen supply does become a huge hindrance though, Marathon's ability and perk system can solve that. Perks include the likes of faster revives, less O2 usage, faster movement in the water, etc. Abilities are more game-changing and powerful, allowing the likes of night vision to spot enemy outlines. The more the player progresses, the more perks and abilities they unlocked. I think all of that's really cool. I like the idea of having an O2 system. I think that whole system sounds really neat. I like the way that they're doing that. Hopefully that's a system that's sticking around. Like I said, the article is old, but Tom says that the article is still relevant to the current version of the game, or like what's going on with Marathon. Several more interesting details were mentioned several times by sources that Bungie was aiming for Marathon to be the ultimate live service title. To achieve this, the team is aiming to have minimal load times, with one source saying that the team is aiming for single-digit load times from readying up to playing on the server. For replayability, it said that Marathon's maps will have plenty of secrets for players to explore. Presumably, new secrets will come to the maps throughout the game's seasons. Of course, the main core loop of Marathon is going to be that of an extraction shooter. You're going to choose missions, you're going to choose your loadout, perks, abilities, and gear, drop into the match, hunt for loot, explore, complete missions, extract, and then you're going to repeat that cycle over and over again. The game's going to feature 3 different types of items. You've got loot, implants, and perks. In the current game, permadeath is a feature, but it's understood that players will only lose their loot, weapons, artifacts, currency, etc., whereas implants are sometimes lost and perks are never lost. Bungie is working on 3 separate maps, but it's uncertain if all 3 will be released on launch. There's no current set date for Marathon to be released, obviously, but it's going to launch on PlayStation 5, Series X and S, as well as PC. That is one thing that I was actually kind of concerned with, is that if Marathon does release, is it going to be a bit of a PlayStation exclusive for a little bit? Thankfully, that's not the case, but of course Bungie is owned now by PlayStation, so I'm sure there's going to be somewhat of an overlap of like exclusive content. I'm sure they'll get like some exclusive cosmetics, something along those lines. They'll have something extra for being a part of the PlayStation banner, but hopefully it doesn't make me want to go buy a PlayStation just to get these exclusive items. I definitely will complain about it the entire time, so that'll be fun. So along with all of this information, there's been people talking about a shadow drop, kind of like how Apex Legends did their thing. If you remember, there was a trailer and they're like, hey, go download the game, and that's really cool. I like when they do that. Shadow drops are insane, and usually they do very, very well, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Tom had said something to someone saying, well, you might be able to sign up for something, or there might be a closed alpha, something along those lines. He added some clarification that it's not going to be a shadow drop coming after this gameplay reveal showcase thingy, and it's actually going to be a closed alpha announcement with signups available, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. I am certainly going to do that as well. In the comments down below, I'm going to leave a link to their Discord, because I'm sure as soon as that goes live, or maybe even a little bit earlier, the Discord is going to be filled with options and abilities to sign up for an alpha, get in there, and you'll probably have a better shot of getting in if you're involved in that space, so make sure you do so. Not to mention, people that have already been in the Discord had seen some like server sections talking about alpha and alpha testing, stuff like that, so that's really interesting. So the alpha's coming very soon. It's just whether or not you're going to be able to get in, and there's tons of people that have been floating flown out to play the game, testing it, and something that I actually found pretty interesting is that Dr. Lupo has been playing the game for a good 6 years. So for the past 6 years, since 2018, he's been playtesting the game, giving feedback, and every time he's seen it, he said it's gotten better and better. He's excited for people to finally see it. I mean, Marathon's been in development for quite a bit, so that's kind of insane and nutty. I'm really excited for it. Like I said, Bungie holds a really special place in my heart because I love Halo. I love Destiny for what it is. I mean, I used to wake up super ridiculously early before school, like every single day, getting minimal sleep, and I remember waking up playing Halo Reach. It was an incredible experience. The first time I played the Destiny beta, I loved it. I never bought the full game. I probably should have. I enjoyed it a lot. I picked up Destiny 2. I love that. Played it for a bit. But like I said, some of the mechanics that Bungie uses, like the really long time to kill, not a big fan of that, which is pretty ironic because at the moment I've been complaining about how fast the TTK is in Warzone. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, I guess. I sound like a bit of a hypocrite, but I don't enjoy the loop in Destiny. Halo's fine. I enjoy Halo. Halo's great, but I do tend to, gravitate towards the hardcore game modes. Either way, Bungie has me excited with this. It might be reminiscent of the Halo and Destiny days, but I think it's going to be quite different than what Bungie is typically doing with their games, but it's still going to have the Bungie magic, if you will. It seems that the majority of the Destiny 2 community is all on board with this next Bungie project. They seem to be one of the forerunners of a live service title. Yes, they haven't been the best about it. I mean, I've been there. I've been waiting for updates. I've seen what they've done, or the lack of things done, to Destiny. Now that Marathon is coming closer and closer to launch, I would like to know what you guys are thinking about Marathon, the systems, the overall art style of the game. It's very poppy, punchy colors. It really speaks to me. When I saw the gameplay reveal trailer, when I heard about the game, I was extremely excited. I'm really hopeful that this is a good shakeup for the landscape at the moment. Extraction shooters there for a hot minute were a hot commodity. Call of Duty even tried their hand at it, and I think there's yet to be a good casual experience where you could have that type of fun other than Call of Duty, but I don't think they did it quite right, and I think this is Bungie's attempt at doing that. I think they have the best shot at making this popular, but we'll have to see. Again, let me know what you guys are thinking about Marathon. Are you excited as much as I am? Make sure you check the comments down below. Go check out the Discord if you're interested. I think that'll be like the one-stop shop for making sure you get in. And then, of course, this Saturday, the 12th of April, make sure you check out the gameplay reveal. I'll make sure I do a bit of coverage of that. Check out the whole gameplay reveal. And until we hear something else on Marathon or just playing a different game, I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next video.